Hi, I'm Melanie from Unwind Bodyworks. Thank you for taking this class. This is going to focus on your abdominals, your core, and your neck. So we'll be working and lengthening your whole core. And when we do that, we're going to do three things. We're going to calm your nervous system first so that your body is ready to receive the work and you're not cringing. So to enable that, I want you to give the minimum amount of pressure to give sensation. We always want minimal discomfort, never pain. Pain will trip your body into a protective mode and we want to stay away from there. So no pain, no gain. Left the gym floor a long time ago. It's not that it didn't work, it's that there were side effects. And the same is true with how we treat pain and recovery. So no pain. And the other thing is breathing. So as long as you're breathing easily, your body can help and relax. So welcome to the class. We'll dive right in. We will be using the tools. So I created these unblocks, and unless I say otherwise, we're going to be using them flat. Sometimes we use them up, and then sometimes we use them tall. So I will be cueing you into each position 2 at a time. So there's nothing to remember. We will put up a little picture-in-picture so that you can follow along if you forget. There is no way to do this wrong. Wherever it lands for you, you don't need to be precious about the position. Wherever it lands for you is good today. Over time, we do our whole body. So don't stress about whether or not it's in the right spot. If this is your first time doing this class, you're gonna feel like a fish on a bicycle. There is a lot happening at the same time, and there's no way to do it wrong. Okay, welcome to day 1. We are going to be shifting in. I'll demonstrate the first 2 positions, then I'll calm your nervous system, then we'll get going. Okay, so these are the big blocks. We're gonna start with these really narrow into our chest. They'll probably be touching. I have a narrow chest, but so they're gonna be up, and we will have these from the notch of our collarbone and the armpit. So nice and narrow. This will help to open our chest wide and back. And then in the second position, we're just gonna rotate these, and these are gonna actually go on the top of our chest. So not right tucked underneath the collarbones. You're gonna be a little bit down, so my collarbones are here. We're gonna be more of that mid-chest region, so where that sort of the dent in the sternum. So those will be the first 2 positions in the chest. And then we will be working in our belly. So we'll have these minis, we're gonna have them stacked. So find your belly button, just in and around your belly button in the middle is the first position, and then we are going to slide these down to go just above your pubic bone. So those are the first 2 positions. And to calm your nervous system, we will do a little bilateral stimulation today. So this is from this is a neuroscience technique. So you can, it's called the butterfly hug, but you can sort of tap one side to the other side, nice and slow. You can sway if you like. This bilateral stimulation helps to regulate our vagus nerve, signaling that right now it is safe enough to relax. So you might notice that you salivate, that you sigh, that you yawn. And if that didn't happen for you today, don't worry. Small changes over time make for big changes. So with that, we'll come to the floor. I like to set these down and then reposition myself as needed. I'm going to set up our timer. We hold each position for 4 minutes at a time. So aiming for the belly button, and here we go. You may want to stay up on your elbows here. This might be more than enough sensation for you. If you're staying up on your elbows and you would still like some chest action, you can just tuck these in. You can hold them with you if you want, or just sort of lean into them. Or if it feels comfortable and you can come all the way down, you can do that. I like to use the pool noodle or the rolled up towel in my bridge of my nose. You'll hear a ding from time to time. That is the beginning of our 4 minutes. So coming into position, letting your body be heavy, Sending your breath down into your belly. Easy in, easy out. There is nothing to do. Just letting your body be heavy. There is no right position for your arms. Wherever they go is comfortable for you. You might have them over your head, out to the side, tucked in. Sometimes I like to put them behind me, sort of cricket style. There is no right way. It is simply whatever gives your body that Goldilocks amount of sensation, that just enough so that we can settle in. So breathing in and out through your nose if that's available to you. Letting your belly be big and soft. So you'll notice on the exhale that you'll be sinking in onto the blocks. You might notice some pressure and a pulse. That is your aorta sending fresh blood and oxygen to your body. If that's too intense, listen to your body and come up onto your elbows. Or if you would like less sensation, you can bring your legs closer together, nutcracker style. If you would like more sensation, you can spread your legs wider like you're making a snow angel. And breathe, listening to your body. The idea is that we anchor the tissues and we stay with consistent pressure on that same spot for the full 4 minutes. If your body is saying no, however, we ease off. There is no rush. And breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. As you inhale, I'm going to suggest a comfortable emotion. If the emotion I suggest does not work for you, you can pick a different vibe, you can pick a color, doesn't matter. The idea is to invite a feel-good sensation. So I'm going to invite the feeling of joy on the inhale. Inhaling joy. Letting it bubble through your system like champagne bubbles or blowing bubbles. And on the exhale, just letting go of anything standing in the way of you experiencing joy. You don't need to know how, you can just set the intention. Joy bubbling through your body, nice and sparkly. Final few breaths here. Okay, I'm going to push up to show you, but so you're going to take these mini blocks, you're just going to slide them down towards your pubic bone. We're just going to pivot the bigger blocks horizontally. So lowering down, aiming to just above the pubic bone. If it touches your pubic bone, that's okay. And then these will be in that sort of just above, around sort of that sternum area. I like to sort of wing my arms out a little and tuck my fingers under the blocks like this so that we get, I like them being flush against my body. So your elbows are offering some support. And again, coming into position, getting your squiggles out, finding the position that offers just enough sensation. If you want to think of it as red, yellow, green, we do not want red ever. And we are at most at the top edge of our green, barely maybe into the yellow. If we do not settle, if your breath starts to get shallow, that is a signal for you to ease off today. The slower we go, the deeper we go. We are sneaking up on our body. So resting, coming in, Sending your breath low back to your belly. Can you breathe all the way down to the low back? Can you feel your body raise up and off the blocks in your pelvis? The same cueing here. If you would like more sensation, you can spread your legs wider. If you would like less, you can bring your legs closer together. And also noticing what's happening with your low back. You may need to adjust your low back by pivoting very, very slightly, micro movements, your pubic bone towards the floor or your tailbone towards the sky. And this concept also introduces the fact that this practice can be fully static and you can simply be at rest, which is there is no right or wrong. Or you can introduce micro movements, moving 4 times as slow as you want to go, like you're moving through water and you don't want to make a ripple. You can explore different angles and vectors within the tissues as you are settled in. So you keep the anchor point. You're just exploring if that feels good. Notice if your shoulders are creeping up towards your ears to help, or if you are clenching anywhere else, the fingers, the toes, your nose. Let that go. Inhaling comfort. Letting comfort, warm, cozy fireplace vibes or sun on a beach, sinking into your skin, letting comfort wrap your bones. Inhaling comfort, and on the exhale, just letting it go, letting all the shoulds about have you earned it, what needs to happen, just letting that go on the exhale. And breathe. Final exhale. Okay, when you're ready, hands under your shoulders. I'll push up and off, and I'll cue you to the next positions. So we will be face down again, and we are going to come flat on our body, and we're going to have these large ones flat on the side of our neck. So small amount of pressure on these very tight front neck muscles. You can have it as close or as far away as you would like. There is no, again, no right way, wrong way. Wherever you land, and as long as you're comfortable and breathing through, you're good. And then the second position will be, we're gonna slide these down from our neck to right above in our diaphragm. So this will be right below the bra line for the ladies, right below the pectoral muscles for the gents. So right in here will be our second position. And then these minis are going to tuck right inside. So if you find your hip bone, these are going to tuck right inside your hip bone in a V. So this will help to work our psoas and some of the inguinal muscles here. And in the second position, we're going to slide these down to our hip flexors. So you can, so if you bend your hip and we're going to come in, it tends to be, so there's some people have a divot here, but if you bend your hip right in this area, you can have these either equal, this way, or you can tick them along to match your pelvis. So there is no right or wrong way, only your way, your body, your practice. So let's head back on down. So heading to the mat. So these will be in a V in our pelvis, so setting these up. Inside our pubic bones, or just above our pubic bone, inside our hip bones. And as we lay down, our head is going to be in the middle. You might want to, again, have a towel or a pillow to support your head. And we will be having just slight amount of pressure on either side of our neck. You can have your hands to the side to help take some of the pressure. If this is too intense, again, listen to your body. And breathe. You might notice a restriction of blood flow here. As long as it is comfortable and you can breathe through it and it's not triggering any fear or a lack of safety, that is the right amount of pressure. Every time we put our body weight on the block, we are restricting blood flow and oxygen, and when we come off, all of that fresh blood flow and oxygen sweeps in to speed up healing and to help decompress and rehydrate the fascia. Sending the breath down into your belly, inhaling safety, feeling so safe. Like you were buckled in, strapped in, nothing bad can happen. Like you've just taken a magic elixir of protection, and today is your lucky day and nothing can go wrong. And breathe, exhaling anything, any old feelings of unsafety. You can just let those go on the exhale. Again, you don't need to know how, just set your intention. Inhaling and exhaling, nice and easy. Notice if you're clenching anywhere else. Just letting that go. Again, checking in with your low back. You may want to tilt your pubic bone towards the floor or your tailbone towards the ceiling. You can do this to explore, or you can do it to adjust sensation in your low back or your belly. It is your body, your practice. There is no right way to do this. If you would like to explore in your neck, you can very slightly, very gently turn your head one side to the other, like you're making a smiley face with your nose. And breathe. Letting your body weight and gravity do all the work. There is no forcing. Put your hands behind your shoulders and push on up. So we will slide the mini blocks a little bit lower, so towards our hip flexors. I like to have them angled slightly. I don't follow exactly the hip, but they're not exactly straight for me. But again, this is your body, your practice. You'll find what works for you. So just in the crease of the hip, and then these are going to pop right underneath the bra line or the lower pectorals for the gents. And again, you can stay up on elbows. You can come to the floor, a pool noodle or a towel supporting. I like to do this. I wear glasses and I also brace at night, so my face gets scrunchy. So this helps to iron out some of the fascia, take some of the pressure and tension out of the eyebrows. So listening to your body, you may want to stay up on your elbows or take some of the weight off on your elbows. There is nothing to achieve in this practice. Your body and your fascia responds differently every day to stress, hydration, sleep. there's so many different factors that determine what is happening in your fascia. If you would like more sensation on your hip flexors, you could come up to your toes, or you can simply stay at rest. You can also bend and extend your legs. You can bring your ankles towards your knees. You can diamond your knees out if you'd like to explore a different vector. There is no right or wrong way to do this, as long as you can breathe nice and easy. Inviting ease. What if everything just flowed and your life was full of ease? Letting that ripple through your body like warm butter. So easy. In the flow. And exhaling everything that is not ease or not in flow, just letting that go on the exhale. You can imagine light coming in if that works for you. You can pick a color. You can exhale smoke. You can imagine ice melting. Using your powerful mind to connect to your body is very effective. The invitation of a comfortable emotion invites heart-brain coherence. Notice if you're clenching anywhere else, just letting that go. Inviting those protectors to just stand down for a moment. We can call on them when we're done. And breathe, letting ease flow through your body, through your bones, into your connective tissues, into your muscles, into every organ, your heart, your brain, filling with ease. Your entire skin glowing with golden light, healing, repairing. And on your inhale, exhale. One more inhale, and we will push up and off the blocks. That concludes the mobilization session of today. If you would like, if you're not doing this before bed and you would like to add in a stabilization component, we worked a lot in our lower abdominals today, so we're going to lay on our back, our knees up, and we're going to imagine like we're going to activate our lower abdominals, our transverse abdominis here, and we're just going to put our fingers here, and we're going to imagine like we're going to try and bringing our hip bones together. And so that will come to the floor. And as we lay, we're just going to take an inhale, and as we exhale, very slightly, no straining, no recruiting other muscles. My neck muscles have a full-time job, they think. They like to help. So just the smallest amount of pressure that you feel those muscles turn on, and you're knitting your hip bones together. And hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. After class instructions, aftercare, we were on our organs of digestion and elimination. It is perfectly normal to feel either more hungry or less hungry after class. You may have to go to the bathroom more, you may have to go to the bathroom less. All of these are perfectly normal. Naps and snacks after a longer class, there's never a wrong time for those. You may also notice that you get some dark bruising surfacing. So this is like, this is old stuff surfacing. It's not the fresh impact blue bruise. So that's just old blood, old ick surfacing. There's our fascia stores old hyaluronic acid that helps our tissues glide, and as that gets released, so that's a thing. And you may want to make sure you hydrate. So this is like having a deep tissue massage type experience. All of that old stuff that's stored, so helping it move through, extra hydration or baths. So these are common aftercare. After a longer class, these shorter sessions, you might not notice that, but if you're doing this day after day after day, definitely these things might start to surface. Again, if you have any questions, always hit me up, melanie@unwindbody.works. Thanks for your practice. We'll see you in class soon. Great job today. We will see you tomorrow for day 2.